in your room?
Yes, it was mainly in my room.
In your bedroom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what color was the fog?
Like white.
Like a white fog.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you were conscious when you saw these things?
Completely.
Completely conscious.
I was with my pad trying to ask questions to him. What are they doing? What they want? Where are they coming from? From what galaxy? What is this? You know?
Did any time he respond with answers to any of these things?
Sometimes he did, and sometimes he didn't.
Okay.
Most of the time he didn't know what all these things were happening.
Okay.
Too many math equations.
Math equations, a lot of math equations.
A lot of math equations, like engineering things. And
okay.
I will ask him to write it down, and he would jot it down. And,
okay.
You know, I mean, I don't know when was the surgery, but that was cool. One time he had a problem in his eyes, and he had a surgery, right? But it didn't come out right.
Okay.
So they came, and I remember, you know, when you break a glass like a vial.
Yeah.
I heard that click, like a glass.
Like a glass.
What's on my leg? Now what's on my leg?
I don't know where it was.
Now what's on my leg? Yeah.
And I heard a click, like a glass, like a little vial breaking. And they did surgery. They've done a lot of surgeries on him.
Okay.
And they did a surgery and in the eye, the leg, I don't know where.
Who's told you about that surgery, Alberto?
He told me the day after.
Okay.
But I heard, I only felt that vibration. And one time I saw him levitating completely.
One time you saw him levitated completely.
Like 2 inches.
Okay.
3 inches from the
bed.
I mean, it was dark, but I could see that he was not in the bed.
Okay. All right, now let's go through other additional things.
I mean, you have to help me because I mean, it's so
you want to look at your list?
No, this is something else. I have a lot of stuff in there.
Okay. But maybe just pull something out, you know, that might ring a bell.
Oh yeah, that's right. We joined a group that it was called Rama.
Contacto 12 first.
Yeah, I already told him that. Rama is a group founded by Sixto Paz Wells, who is a contactee.
Who will be here next week.
Who is a contactee and a historian.
Okay.
Very interesting man. And so we had the opportunity to go to that group, and then it was like deeper. We will also go to Contact 12, but also to this group. Now they were really more, they would do more research, more.
And here in Miami they had that group as well?
No, it was in Peru.
In Peru.
In
so
Peru.
you guys would travel to Peru?
They will have they will have here some group that develop here.
Okay.
So we started joining that group and learning, because they would channel some extraterrestrials, and then we will learn more about it. So in like 25 years ago, they invited us to Chilca. 89.
Okay, like 2 years after this event happened.
In worldwide, there was a lot of reports of UFOs. And this was going to be the first encounter that was programmed.
Okay.
With reporters.
And they were a lot of TV stations and journalists from.
Okay. So now you are in the desert in Peru. In Chilca. Okay. This is by an event that was sponsored by Sixto Paz and Rama.
Yes.
And the event was basically that he was told that the crafts, these ships, are going to be there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was the first time that this was done programmed.
Okay. And then
like
there were a lot of reporters, TV cameras. Okay.
Yes.
So tell us about what happened.
Well.
Do you have any photos of things
yes,
like that?
I have photos there.
Okay.
we had to have a preparation. Like we went, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 days. Like we had to clean our bodies in order to meditate, and because it was told to us that they cannot stand our emotions.
Okay.
Because our emotions are not compatible to their vibration. So we had to be very clean in our body, and we had to be very non-emotional.
Relax.
And relax.
Okay.
So there was a lot of meditations there.
Okay.
We went, you want to see the photos?
No, you could just talk about your experiences.
Okay. We went.
So take us there. You're there one night.
No.
In the desert.
We were there several nights before it happened, because we had to do a lot of mantras.
So take us to the point where something out of the ordinary happened.
It's very important to know that this is not like that.
Yeah, you have to be prepared.
This contact had to be prepared, and we were by the clock, directed by this gentleman, Sixto Paz. We were there like every 3 hours or 2 hours. We had to come out from our tent and do this meditation to calm ourselves. And what I
For the first night, immediately.
what I saw
Immediately.
At that time, I never had. I'm very scientific, so I have to see.
Okay. You did have experiences in your bedroom.
Yeah, but
but not seeing ships or things of that sort.
No.
So now, how many people were there?
Like 50.
50 people.
More.
And some of them were reporters and
TV channels.
TV channels. Okay.
From all over the world.
Okay.
Including Miami.
Okay.
And so there was
23, 51.
There was no access to anyone there. Like, for example, we were in a bus.
In a bus.
To the desert. And then the bus will stop, and that was the last stop. We had to walk 2, 3 miles or 4 miles in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
It was beautiful, complete silence. It was very, very complete darkness at night. And we made the tents there. And there was a lot of mountains, cerros, they call it, a lot of mountains. There was nothing. There was no cars, no buses, no airplanes, nothing was in that area. Nothing will pass by that area. That was Chilca, the desert of Chilca in Peru. And then the time that it was programmed, there was like 7 big mountains, and I was looking at it, and I would see this light from one of the mountains to the 7. There were 7. That's how big it was. And I will hear woo, 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 woo.
And that was the light moving through the sky like that.
Right.
Huh.
that was the light.
Okay.
And then people would get very excited. And the moment that people would start getting their cameras and getting extremely excited about it, it would go away. And then it was told, that caught my attention, it was told to us that our emotions will make them go away because they can't stand that. You need to be very non-emotional. So finally, we were able to control ourselves, and we start seeing the spaceships. That was the first time I would see. Well, no, that was not the first time. I would see more. Okay, but it was there. It was there.
What did the spaceships look like?
It's in my photographs. I have them there.
Okay, but what explain it? What did it look like?
There were lights. I didn't see any clothes.
It was nighttime.
It was nighttime, and they were far away. They weren't
the
close.
only thing I saw and I photographed was lights.
Okay.
Other people that had, paranormal experiences, and they lost their time. And what was interesting is that you know, we will see the cones of lights coming down, and they will create something called Sandra.
Okay, so cones of lights would beam down from these ships.
But the only thing that we would see was the lights. We would not see the whole cone.
Okay.
We would see the lights. And so in that blackness, you see lines of white neon light all over.
Okay.
That's what I saw.
Yeah.
They will tell us to go into those lines, you know, and if you cross that line, you will go into another dimension.
Okay.
I didn't do it. I was scared to death because I left my 3-year-old baby in Miami. So I was not going to do that.
Did Alberto do it?
Oh my God. He did. A lot of people did it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just there looking what everybody was doing and what everybody was, you know.
And then what happened with
craziness
Alberto?
of everybody else.
What happened with your husband?
Well, he just went inside, but he looked from the outside, he looked normal.
Normal,
like
yeah.
he just went inside the line.
Yeah.
But the thing that people expressed after was completely different.
Completely different.
The girl next to me was the youngest from the group. She was a 17-year-old girl that wanted to be an astronaut. And she experienced that they took her to a clinic. They were healing people in each room with colors. Like if you needed energy, it would be like, I mean, remember, this was many, many years ago.
1988.
Colorimetry was not really, you know. So they would take her there and they would explain to her, this is how we healed people by colors.
Okay.
And they will take her to another room, and another room pale blue, and this is what we do here, and this is what we do
So
here.
they gave her a class in energy healing.
They gave her a tour of a clinic, how they heal people.
Okay.
You know, other people, and I remember her when she was lost. By the way, she was lost.
What do you mean she was lost?
I mean, we couldn't find her, and
Okay.
she appeared like in another mountain. She came from, I remember when she came from another mountain, and we said, oh my God, she's coming. And when she came, she was losing 3 hours.
Okay, her clock was 3 hours behind.
Behind, yeah.
Okay.
Or ahead. Something like that.
Okay.
You know, she was three
So
hours different.
her watch was off by 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then when she appeared over like another mountain and coming to you guys.
Right. Where she was here next to me.
And when she was there before,
Yeah.
all of a sudden she just disappeared.
Disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. Then Alberto, what did he tell you?
Well,
what happened to him?
Alberto explained that her vision was actually very mystical, because he said that it was a monk there, and with a Holy Grail.
Okay.
You know, and then the monks were going.
First came the Holy Grail by himself.
The Holy Grail, right?
And then monks.
And then all the monks were coming down a ladder.
No, a light.
No, the light.
It was a straight
I don't
light.
remember.
Yeah, well, let her know what she remembers.
You know, and they were doing what? They were doing.
No, they just look at me.
They look at him and they continue. And
Okay,
they
so
look
he
at
told
him.
you all of that.
Right.
Okay, because he already told us the story, but
Yeah.
we're just here to
I remember
confirm.
That was 30
Okay,
years.
and so that was 30 years ago. So a lot of people told you very similar stories, right?
Different stories.
Different stories.
Completely. Some
Completely
people
different.
had completely different. Completely
Okay.
different stories. Yes.
And it was all about being transported to some other type of dimension, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
But some of them were spiritual, some of them were more like with ETs. And,
Okay,
Mhm.
all right. And that just occurred one night, or that occurred over several times?
We were there 3 nights. We were there like 3 days.
We were
uh-huh.
there.
And did the ETs
The
come
car
each time?
The car coming through the desert with the lights. And we thought we were a car.
Oh yeah, there was a point there that people got all excited because they saw 2 lights.
Yeah.
And they said, my God, you know, not even the boss
On the
was
ground?
behind the,
No, it was
because
coming.
they have little
He came
mountains.
to.
But
Okay.
people thought that there was a car. How come a car was able to get there? Because no cars were. It was so deep in the desert that no cars could go there. But it wasn't a car. It was like the lights were there, and the people that went running to the other side saw the UFO. Sixto and Albert went to the other side and saw they reported to see the UFO with the lights.
Your husband,
yes, my husband, with the lights and the windows and.
Okay.
I don't recall if they saw people inside.
All right, so now you've had this experience in Chile.
Yeah.
Now.
No, this is in Peru.
In Peru, I'm sorry, in Peru, okay? And that was like either 87 or 88, okay? Then move us forward in time.
To where?
No, just your next experience that you recall.
We come to Miami.
Well, they're always.
Then we moved to another house, which we had a vortex.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds. Oh yeah. What does that sound like?
That's actually my most interesting experience. Believe it or
No,
not.
the one the apartment related to.
No, well, the apartment because I never seen a spaceship so big. But,
Okay.
but
All right, let's
this
go back to the house.
experience, It was the most interesting experience that I ever seen.
Okay, tell me about it.
Okay, this is quite interesting. Well, there was a friend that I don't know how to start this. Okay.
At the beginning, start at the beginning.
No, I will be here for days. Okay, this lady that
You had a lot of experiences with this lady.
Yes, because what it was interesting, which I had no explanation for it, is that when I will ask her to tell me a story, I will vividly see everything in details.
Okay. You inside your head would see these stories.
Yes.
Inside your head, or like was it real, like it was physical?
No, inside my head.
You would see the pictures of the stories that she was telling you.
Exactly, like I'm looking at you with your shoes and your shoelace.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about the story. How did you meet this lady?
Well,
She's the Haitian woman that
Yes.
Albert was talking about?
yes.
Okay, he told us a lot of background about her, about how he met her, that sort of thing. So you don't need to go into those details.
Okay.
But talk about your experiences with her.
Okay.
You know, freaky stuff.
She would light a cigar with her finger.
Well, but that's not something. Okay, the what happened in the house that it caught my attention more is that one day she was there in the house, you know,
Visiting.
just visiting, and I had my big kitchen, and there was a huge patio, and it was all like French doors, you know, huge patio. And I had an avocado tree, and I'm in the kitchen, and I see her that she is talking to an invisible person.
Okay.
No,
Outside on the patio.
outside in the patio, next to the avocado tree. And she comes inside, and she said, "Let me have your Polaroid." At
Okay.
that time, Polaroids.
Yeah, everyone had
So I gave her the Polaroid and
the Polaroid camera.
camera, and she goes outside and she started taking pictures.
And you didn't see anything.
No, I didn't
Okay.
see it. She was talking like a crazy woman with
Yeah.
like
Okay.
that, moving her arms and everything. She comes inside, and to my surprise, I see this picture for the first time of a being that in the picture looks like grayish white, like that box in there,
Okay.
completely anatomically perfect.
Okay.
Okay?
It wasn't like a fuzzy picture. It was like a normal
No.
picture that you would take of me.
But it was gray and white.
But it was gray and white. Yeah.
Gray and white.
And how tall was it? I mean, was it big head, big eyes?
He had a big head,
Okay.
but it was not like a gray or anything.
It wasn't a
like
gray.
that.
Okay.
And he had bulgy eyes, kind of grotesque, a little bit
Bulging out.
grotesque. a little bit grotesque.
Okay.
Now his area here in the chest was so light that